Each thought determines your life because it is a creation of future reality. Whether you believe in this or not, it is happening every day. It is an ongoing process and it never takes a break. Now, have you realized that thinking itself is not but the process of asking and answering questions? Like right now, after hearing what I've just said, you asking yourself, is this true? Is this not true? You either had to consciously or unconsciously ask a question, and that question was, is this true? That's the process of thinking. Just think about it. You asking yourself questions right now. Now, we need to realize that most of what we do day in and day out is ask and answer questions. So if we want to change the quality of our lives, we should change our habitual questions. Now, these questions direct our focus and therefore how we think and how we feel. You know, the difference between people is the difference in the questions they ask of themselves consistently. Do you know that some people are depressed on a regular basis? Why? When people are depressed, it is more than likely due to asking themselves disempowering questions on a regular basis. Questions like, what's the use? Why even try, since things never seem to work out anyway? Why me? Remember, ask and you shall receive. Now, if you ask a terrible question, you will get a terrible answer. Your mind is like a supercomputer. Whatever questions you give it, it will surely come up with an answer. Your brain will search all its databases. It will take every possible form of input of what you've read or saw on TV, every conversation you have had. So if you ask, why can't I ever succeed? It will tell you, it will even have to make up something. It might come up with an answer like, because you don't deserve it. It has to come up with an answer. And when you ask a disempowering question, you get a disempowering answer. Think about that. Questions immediately change what we're focusing on and therefore how we feel. If you keep asking questions like, how come I'm so depressed? Or why doesn't anybody like me? You will focus on and look for that. Find references to back up that there is a reason for you to feel depressed and unloved. And as a result, you will stay in those unresourceful states. Now, if instead you ask empowering questions like, how can I change my state so I'm feeling happy and I'm being more lovable? Guess what? You will focus on solutions. Even if your brain initially responds, there's nothing I can do. If you persist with a sense of certainty and expectation in spite of it all, then eventually you will get the answers you need and deserve. That's how your brain works. You will come up with an authentic reasons for feeling better as you focus on them. Your emotional states will immediately follow suit. Quality of life comes from consistent quality questions. Remember, your brain will give you whatever you ask it. So be careful what you ask for it. Whatever you look for, you will find. Every morning, if you realize that every morning when we wake up, we ask ourselves questions. When the alarm goes off, what questions do you ask yourself? Is it, how come I have to get up right now? Why aren't there more hours in the day? What if I hit the snooze alarm just one more time? And as you get in the shower, what are you asking yourself? Why do I have to go to work? How bad is the traffic going to be today? What kind of stuff is going to be dumped on my desk today? What if every day you consciously started asking a pattern of questions that would put you in the right frame of mind, that caused you to remember how grateful, how happy and excited you are? What kind of day do you think you'd have with those positive emotional states? My suggestion for you to follow every morning before you put your feet on the ground is to ask yourself these 3 questions. The first one, what am I looking forward to today? And the second question, it's a longer term, what am I looking forward to? Because you see, having something to look forward to gives you a sense of direction and purpose. And then the third question is, am I doing things that lead directly to my goals? If the answer is no, then this is an important area to explore, because there is no reason why anybody should be doing things that don't lead them to their goals. If you really want to create a shift in your life, make this a part of your daily ritual for personal success. By consistently asking these questions, you will find that you access your most empowering emotional states on a regular basis, and you will begin to create the highways to these emotions of happiness, excitement, pride, gratitude, joy, commitment, and love. Now remember, it's not only the questions you ask yourself, but the questions you fail to ask that shape your destiny. Let me give you an example. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, how about asking the question, how can I afford it? Questions are powerful tools. You know, successful people ask better questions, and as a result, they get better answers. When you change the questions you ask yourself, you change the direction of your life. So learning to ask empowering questions is a superpower. Quality questions create a quality life. Businesses succeed when those who make decisions that control their destiny ask the right questions about markets or strategies or product lines. Relationships flourish when people ask the right questions about where potential conflict exists and how to support each other instead of tearing each other down. When we ask constructive questions, we enable our minds to seek out answers that empower us to flourish. The wrong questions will destroy your power to create, but the right questions will fill you with inspiration, encouragement, motivation to create work that you're proud of.